Hello guys, welcome back to my new video. So it's my second video on the channel by all about Python with Yash. So let's start. So our video's topic is Python 0 to Hero Beginner Course Part 1. This video will come in two parts. So let's start from the beginning. So let's go. So Python, you all must have heard about it uh, like a snake, but it's not a snake. It's a programming language which can create a snake game also. So let's start. So now first we will do the overview. So the overview is like this. Are you ready to join the ranks of elite Python programming? Then grab your keyboard and let's get cracking. By the end of this tutorial, you will be able to write code that will have your computing doing your bidding in no time. So here comes the overview. It's in a form of rap. You all can listen to it. Yo, listen up. I got a story to tell about a code that will make your life quite swell. Python, the language is smooth and it flies. Used by the big shots up in the sky. So Amna Satyanarayana they all use this script to control, analyze, and make predictions. Data science, AI, it's all in the mixed Python. The language is fun. The tricks. Web development gaming is all in the game. Python's got libraries to make it all the same. Easy syntax powerful tool, it's all in all Python. The language gonna make you stand tall. So listen up and take a seat. Python is the language. Gonna make you complete. Thank you. Then comes the advantages of using Python. They are like this. The first one is easy to learn and use. Python has a very simple and easy to understand syntax, making it a great choice for the business. Then, the Python is a versatile language. Python can be used for a wide variety of tasks, including web development, data analysis, scientific computing, artificial intelligence, and more. Next comes the large community. Python has a large and active community of users, which means that there are many libraries and resources available to help you with your project. So it's a high level language. Python is a high level language, which means that it abstracts away many of the details of the computer's architecture, making it a more efficient, productive language to use. The fifth one is cross-platform compatibility. Python can run on a wide variety of platforms, including Windows, Mac, Linux, so it can be used on any operating system, no matter which it is. And it has lots of libraries and modules. Python has a huge collection of libraries and modules that you can import and use. This makes it easy to perform various tasks without having to write the code from the scratch. So the next topic is major uses of Python. So Python is like the chameleon of programming languages. It can adapt to any task you throw at it. It's used by NASA to control the International Space Station, by Spotify to recommend music, and by Netflix to power their streaming platform. It's also used by banks to prevent frauds, by researchers to study climate change, and by game developers to create immersive worlds. It's a language that can change the world. Let's learn how to use it to change yours. So, the next topic is basic structure of Python. It includes indentation, keywords, and the basic data types. So, learn them one by one. Let's start. So, the indentation. So, Python uses indentation to indicate the block of code for a particular statement rather than using curly braces or other symbols as other programming languages do, like the C++, Java, etc. So it's important to note that indentation should be consistent throughout the program. It should be usually four spaces or a tab is enough. Then come the keywords. These are the reserved words in Python that cannot be used as a variable or a function name. Python has a set of well-developed and a predefined keywords like if, else, for, while, def, and or, etc. So keywords are like your roll numbers in the school, which cannot be given to anyone. So it's an example in real life of the keywords. Then comes the basic data types. So Python has several built-in data types, including strings, numbers, lists, tuples, dictionaries, booleans. So let's start with strings, which are used to store text data and are always enclosed in quotes, either in single quotes or in double quotes. Then comes numbers, which includes integers, example 1, 2, 3, and floats, example 1.23, 3.14. So generally, floats store decimal points, decimal numbers. So then comes the list. Lists are used to store a collection of items in a single variable and are enclosed in square brackets always. Then comes the tuples, similar to lists, but they are enclosed in parentheses and they cannot be modified after creation. So it means that they are immutable data types, but lists are mutable data types. So what are they? So mutable data types are the types which can be modified after creation, and immutable are the types which cannot be modified after creation. Then comes the dictionary, which are a collection of key value pairs enclosed in curly braces. So dictionary are like your contact details, like name within phone number is a dictionary, key is the name, and value is the number. So it's a real life example of dictionary. Then comes the booleans, which are used to represent true or false values. So then comes once again, then comes the variables. So what are exactly the variables? So a variable is a named container that holds a value in a program. In Python, variables are used to store data, perform calculations, and control the flow of a program. Then comes how to declare the variable. So in Python, you don't have to declare a variable before assigning a value to it. When you assign a value to a variable for the first time, it is automatically declared. To assign a value to a variable, you can use the assignment operator or the equal sign. So then comes how to reassign a value to a variable. So you can also change the value of a variable by reassigning a new value to it using the assignment operator only. So I will give the example in the last of the video, so please watch the video till last. Alright. Then comes how we can name the variable. So there are certain rules in Python. So in Python, variable name must begin with a letter or an underscore and can only contain letters, numbers, and underscore, which means that variable name cannot start with a number. Then variable names are case sensitive. Alright. So then we come have Python has several built-in data types that can be stored in variables, including integers, which are whole numbers, positive or negative, no matter. Then comes the floats or decimal numbers, which are decimal numbers, example 1.23, 3.14, and they can be negative also. Alright. Then comes the strings, which are used to store text data. For example, hello world, but always in quotes. Remember this thing, they should always be in quotes. Then comes the boolean, which are either true or false statements. So then comes list, tuple, and dictionary. The list and dictionary are mutable types, and the tuples are immutable types. These are used to store a collection of items. Alright. So what is the next topic? The next topic is arithmetic operators. Let's see to them. So these are the easiest of all. So first of all is addition, that adds two values together. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Then comes the subtraction, that subtracts one value from another. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Then comes the multiplication, that multiplies two values. 2 into 3 is equal to 6. Then comes the division in the float count. It means that it will divide one value by another, but it will return a float. It means that it will return a decimal in the last. If it is dividing completely, then also it will give 0.0. Alright, like 3 by 2 is equal to 1.5. So it is giving 1.5. but in the second type of division, that is row division, which has double slashes. So divides one value by another, but it rounds down to the nearest integer. Like 3 double slash 2 should be 1.5, but it is rounded off to 1. Alright? Then comes the modulus that returns the remainder of dividing one value by another. So, like 3 divided by 2 is 1.5, but 1 is the remainder. So, 1 is the answer. Then comes the exponent that raises a value to a certain power 2 and then double a multiplication sign 3 equals to 8. That is 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. Alright? Now let's see what is the next topic. So the next topic is relational operators. So relational operators are of 6 types. They are as follow. First is the equality sign that returns true if the value on both sides of the operator are equal. Otherwise, it will give false. Like 2 is equals to 3, which is not true, so it's giving false. Then comes the inequality sign. So returns true if the value on either side of the operator are not equal. Either side, alright? So otherwise it will give false. So 2 is not equal to 3, that is a true statement, which is giving true. Then comes the greater than sign. So returns true if the value on the left of the operator is greater than the value on the right. Otherwise it will give false. Like 2 is greater than 3, no. So it is giving false. Alright. Then comes the less than symbol. Returns true if the value on the left of the operator is less than the value on the right. Otherwise, it will give false. So, 2 less than 3, yeah, it is true. So, it is giving true. Then comes greater than or equals to. So, returns true if the value on the left of the operator is greater than or equal to the value on the right. Otherwise, it will give false. Like 2 is greater than 2, not at all. 2 is equal to 2, yes, so it is giving true. Then comes less than or equal to. Returns true if the value on the left of the operator is less than or equal to the value on the right. Otherwise, it will be false. For example, 2 is less than 3, yeah, but 2 is equal to 3, no. So it is giving true, right? So the next is conditional statements. What are they? Let's study about them. So it is a very important topic, so please listen to it very carefully. So there are 3 types of conditional statements: if, else, and if else. So the first type of statement is if. Execute the code within the if statement if the condition is true. So the syntax for the following is if, then the condition, then the statement. Alright. Then comes if else statement. Execute the code block within the if statement if the condition is true. Otherwise, execute the code block within the else statement. So, first of all, it will check the condition in the if block. If it is correct, then it will not move to the else statement. Otherwise, it will check. It will move to the else statement and execute the code of that statement. Alright. So, then if else, execute the code block within the if statement if the condition is true. So it will not move to the else statement. But if the condition is false, it will move to the else statement and then execute the block code of the first true else statement. Alright? So else block will execute if none of the condition is met. So it means that if condition is also false and else condition is also false, then only the else statement will be executed. So the examples are as follows: x is equal to 4. If x is greater than 0, then it will print x is positive. So here x is greater than 0, so the condition is met, so it will print x is positive. Then second time, if else x is equal to 7, if x modulus 2 is equal to 0, print x is even, else print x is odd. So it means that it will print x is odd because 7 is an odd number. Okay. Then comes if L is else. So if x is equal to 0, so if x is greater than 0, print x is positive. L if x is less than 0, print x is negative. print x is negative, else print x is 0. So here we have taken x is equal to 0. So if condition is also not met, else condition is also not met. So else statement will be printed, that is x is 0 will get printed. No, no worries guys. I will give you the example at the last of the video. Alright. Now next is basic statement in Python. Let's see to them. So first of all, there is 8 types of statements that are general one. So print. Print statement is our output function. It prints text or variable to the screen. So whatever we will write inside the parentheses and the print, so it will print as it is. No changes will be made to it. So if we write hello world in parentheses with quotes, text is always written in quotes in all the functions. Alright. So hello world will be printed as it is, no changes. Then input. It is an input function. It will read the input that is given by the user. Like to get our name from the user, we will write name is equal to input, then in parentheses double quotes, what is your name, then double quotes. Then comes the int function. So it is a type conversion function. It converts a value to an integer. So like a is equal to int bracket the quotes 5. The quotes 5 means that no calculation can be made to it as the 5 is in a string form. So to convert it into int form, we will write int, then bracket, then 5. Alright. Then comes float. So float is a type conversion function. Then converts the value to a float. Float means it will convert the value to decimals. Alright. Then comes string. Type conversion converts a value to a string like 5. If we write str5, it will convert 5 to a non-calculatable number. Alright, sorry, string. Then comes the length function. Length that returns the length of a string, list, tuple, or dictionary, anything. Just write length and in parentheses what length you want to get, which length you want to get, like hello world. So it will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It will print the length is 12. Then comes the type function. It will return which data type a number is, like type 5. Here it will return int because 5 is an integer. Alright. If 5 is in double quote, then what will it return? I told you earlier, it's string. Alright. So then comes the range. It ranges return a sequence of numbers, right? Z is equal to range 5. So it will return the number is 5. Alright. So then comes basic input output operation. So operation. The first operation is opening a file. So to open a file, just write file underscore object is equals to open, then the file name, comma, mode. So the mode are basically of 3 types: reading mode, writing mode, and appending. In the reading mode, a user cannot do anything with the code. In the writing mode, he can modify the code, and in the appending mode, he can add something to the text. Alright. So in the description we can say that open a file and returns a file object. Mode can be R for reading, W for writing, or A for appending. So the example is file is equals to open, then in brackets example.txt, then comma R. So it will open the example.txt file in the reading form. Alright. Then reading a file, file underscore object dot read, and then the size. So if the size argument is provided, it reads that many bytes. Otherwise, the entire file is there. Like in the example, file.read, and in bracket is nothing, so it will read whole file. Alright. Then reading a file line by line. So file underscore object dot read line. So it reads a single line from a file. So file dot read line, and in bracket nothing. So example, when comes writing to a file. So to write in a file, we will just write file underscore object dot write and in the bracket string. Write the string to a text. So file dot write and in the bracket we will write hello world. Hello the world will be written in the file. So next comes closing a file. So file underscore object dot close. It will close the file dot close and in the brackets nothing. It's the example. Then comes the loops in Python. So it's a very important topic. There are two types of loops in Python, for loop and while loop. So for loop in the statement, we have four statements. Initialization. If I is equal to 0, executed once before the loop starts. Then loop continuation condition, I is less than 5. जब तक I 5 से कम होगा तब तक वो चेक करता रहेगा. So check before each iteration. Execution of loop body executed for each iteration. Increment decrement I plus plus executed after the loop body before the continuation condition is met. Alright, then comes while loop. So loop continuation condition I is less than 5 checked before each iteration. So execution of loop body executed for each iteration. Then comes increment decrement. It's the same as for loop executed after the loop body before the continuation condition is checked. So in these two loops there is one difference. For loop is only used when the number of iterations are known, but while loop is used when you don't know the number of iterations till when it should go. Then comes the example. This is the example of the while loop. If we have assigned a variable response is equal to empty text. If double quotes are written and there is nothing in between of them, it means it is an empty text and anything can be put in it, right? So while response is not equal to hello, response is equal to input, say hello, and print you said hello. So this example will keep on asking the user to enter something till they enter hello, and once they enter it, the while loop will break and the program will print you said hello. So this is example of for loop. So for I in range in brackets 5, then colon print I. So when you uh, when you uh, when you give loop, it is most important to give a colon at the last so that the indentation is adjusted according to the loop. So there are two types of we can write like after the loop it is inside the loop if the indentation is given, but if the indentation is not given and the text is coming under while, so it is outside the loop which will be printed when the loop is ended, right? So then comes alright the next video topics. So in the next video I will explain you list and dictionary. So list and introduction to list in Python, including creating lists, indexing and slicing and common list methods, list comprehension, a demonstration of how to use list comprehension in Python to create and manipulate lists. Then comes the dictionary and introduction to dictionary in Python, including creating dictionary, accessing value and common methods. Then comes dictionary comprehension, a demonstration of how to use dictionary comprehension in Python to create and manipulate dictionary, etc. etc. And then comes advanced list and dictionary techniques. So I will also tell you in the next video more complex examples and use cases such as nested lists and dictionaries and advanced methods such as zip and enumerate. So now let's do some examples. Alright, can we format it? Format the class. It is not working, no issues. Let's assign A is equal to hello. So for assigning we have used equal to sign. Alright, so is equal to hello if A is equals to hello, print hello. So you should all have understood it. Like we have assigned A is equal to hello. Then we have said if statement is used, if A is equals to hello. double equals to is given, so it is an equality sign. So if A is equals to hello, then print hello. So let's run it. So after running, we will say that it is printing hello. Wait for some time. You can see that it is printing hello. Alright, you can see it is printing hello. Alright. Now let's take if ellipse example. So let's create a simple menu. Hashtag menu print to add two numbers. We will say press 1, print to subtract two numbers, press 2. Now let's give a choice to the user. int. Where is int? Because we need a int input. Alright, integer input. Enter a number between 1 to 2. Alright, sorry, one back. Alright, if ch is equals to 1, so print a plus b. We also need to get two values from the user, so let's get them. int input, enter first number, b int input, enter second number. Alright, we get two values. Now let's print them. So alright, then comes ellipse. Second if statement is equals to 2, print a minus b, else. We can also use else after if else. Alright, then print invalid choice. Then run the program. So first of all, it will take two values on which we need to do the calculations. So it is opening. So the first number should be 30, second should be 20. Let's add them. 1. So it is added. You can see the result. Alright. So next comes the for loop. So if we will say for I in range 5, then print I. So it will print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what will do print. You can see that it is printing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we will take here 10, so it will print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is printing that. Right. So these are some of the examples. Now let's end up with our video. So from current slide. So thank you all. Do like, share and subscribe my channel. If you want more Python videos, in the next tutorial I will tell you about list and dictionary, and in the next video I will help you to create a program to manage your friends book and your phone number contact book. So let's meet in the next video after 2 days. In 3 days one video will be coming off in my channel. So thank you all.